Hello, Hogwarts students, and welcome to your first day of school. I'm Professor
Hello, I'm Professor Tits.
And we would just like to give you a few induction and safety tips for your first week at Hogwarts
Just
school.
a nice welcome to the school.
Just a welcome to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft University for all young wizards of age of 13.
Yes.
First of all, shall we do the fire notice?
Fire notice is necessary.
Number one! The fire bell, not the fire. The fire bell sounds like this. Yes, exactly. Would you take tip number 2, please?
Tip number 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, they're only boys and girls. So
Well, boys and girls, soon to be young adults. Once you hear the fire bell, which will sound like this. Yes. You grab your wand.
Grab it.
Yes. And you point it at the nearest mudblood. And you say, "Fuck you, mudblood. I'm getting out of here first."
Tip number 3. That's 3. Once you've pointed to the mudblood and said, "Fuck you, mudblood, I'm getting out of here first,"
Yes.
you say, "Hooka cuckoo," and it's slow to the mudblood closest to the fire.
Yes.
So you know to run in the opposite direction.
Yes. These tips are a necessity.
And you could almost say a mandatory.
Almost.
A tip number 4, please.
A tip number 4. Make sure whenever there is to be a fire that you have your parental consent on you at all times. The last thing you want is to be leaving that in Hogwarts.
For example, the meeting point is in Hogsmeade Village, and if you do not have your parental consent, which is mandatory, you will be sent back to Hogwarts, which will be a burning blaze,
And you'll be joining the mudblood.
and you will be cindered, incinerated into a little ball
Little boy.
of fire. That's about it for the fire notice.
Yes, if you're stuck in the fire, you will die. It's
No.
really simple as that.
No magic can help you with that,
No,
especially
no.
not in first year.
No.
Us professors know the tricks, but we don't like to teach the first years. Normally first years are little shit, so we leave them to burn.
Yes, you little shit.
Now, shall we move on to the sorting ceremony?
I think that's a bloody brilliant idea.
Shall I go with tip number 1?
Yes, tip
Tip
number 1.
number 1. You will be standing in front of Mr. Sorting Hat, and we will call you name by name to the chair. Then what happens?
Tip number 2. Whatever you do, whatever is going through your mind, make sure it is no Hufflepuffy and no Hufflepuffy and no Hufflepuffy and no Hufflepuffy.
Because, as we all know from previous Hogwarts students, Hufflepuff is an embarrassment of the house. We would rather be mudbloods than a
Yeah.
Hufflepuff.
Imagine how your parents will be thinking when they receive a letter
They
saying,
will send you to either Drumstrang or Bobaddon.
"That is a disgrace to you and your family."
And you know what? Some Hufflepuffians, they're so just ridiculous. We just send them home on a train. Tonight!
Tonight, before your Hogwarts experience even begins.
You will not unpack your trunk. You will not look out your robes. You will not make any friends. You will be home. You Fluffluffians.
Fucking Hufflepuffy.
Dirty duck.
Scum. Scum.
Scum! Now then, your first lesson shall be an introduction to the hippogriffs. Now it's quite hard to get to the hippogriffs, so will you please give them directions to the hippogriff?
Right. So you need to sorting into your houses. Don't worry about any of your robes or any of that shit. What you need to do...
I will take care of that. We'll clear
Yes,
that
yes,
up
yes.
now.
We'll just leave that in... Mrs. Bahimi... Sorry. Professor Bahimi...
Thank you.
Yes.
That was my name before I was married.
Yes. Well, I prefer it that way, you know.
You know.
It's a natural thing to say.
Yes.
We'll sort all that for you. But then you'll have to leave Hogwarts out into the front door big entrance. And that's where I'll be standing. Mrs. Fitz. Yes, that will be the bell that will ring. So you can get out.
You want to get out before you can walk?
Yes.
There. Okay.
Yes. So, if you're here, you just show to the left
Yes.
and around the corner. And you continue up this road.
Yes.
Are you following me?
Yes! You little first year at the front, are you following me?
No, can you the line, please?
Hermione, Ronald, a knuckle needle in my classroom.
No, none of that. No.
Draco, you're a player, but you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yes, Draco. You can come into my bedroom.
You can show me your wand later.
Anyway, sorry, this is inappropriate for the bit.
Oh, sorry.
Ooh, what is a new angle?
Anyway, so you
Anyway,
so
find the corner, carry on up the road, come to a sign, warning, hippogriff, enter at own risk. But yeah, ignore that because that's really, it's a load of shit unless you're a mudblood or a hippogriff.
Or a muggle.
No, a Hufflepuff. Or a muggle.
Yes, we do not want the muggles entering the hippogriffs.
No, no muggles. So you just go down and then you say this and then you go here. And then like, then they'll be like, you'll be like, hey. And they'll be like, hey dude.
So that's basically your first lesson. So that's the first introduction to School of Hogwarts of Witchcraft and Wizardry. If you have any more questions, knock twice. For assistance, 3 times for I do not need your help. Or stroke the window. Would you require the volume to be turned up?
Yes.
So welcome to Hogwarts.
Welcome, children. Welcome, children. And young ones.
Yes. I hope you brought your toads, owls and cats. Any other animals will not be permitted within the dormitory.
No.
Oh, when we must mention about the Harry Potter boy.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yes,
You go.
Thank you. He did defeat Voldemort, yes, we're very proud of him, of course, but we do not like to make a big deal of it because he's a bit self-conscious, you know, going out with a ginger. I would be as well. So if you require an autograph, please knock twice for assistance, and I will make my way to his dormitory, which only us 2 are allowed in.
Yes.
I'll make my way to the dormitory, get you an autograph, and...
Oh, bugger!
We expect you to pay a little galleon or 2 just for the travel expenses, because I'll take my broomstick, and then we will get you an autograph. But please, no pictures and no going up to him in the hallways. That is not good. If you're a Hufflepuff, unfortunately this privilege does not come to you. You do not get an autograph with the wizard. So, welcome to Hogwarts, children.
Bye-bye.